Hi, kindergartners. I have a story for you today that is a very well-known story. You have probably heard it a bunch of times when you were really little, and maybe even when you were a baby. I used to read this to Josie and Miles when they were babies. And it is called The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. And before I start reading this to you, I just want to tell you or remind you about something and then tell you something. And that is that, we all make mistakes, right? Adults make mistakes, kids make mistakes. Mistakes are sometimes our way of learning, right? And so we know that Eric Carle writes a lot of wonderful books. He wrote Brown Bear, right? And he's a writer and he's also an artist. We love his illustrations, right? He's very creative. And he's not so much a scientist. So he knows about the life stages of a caterpillar, but there's something that most of us go around thinking that actually isn't true about caterpillars, and that is that all of them make cocoons. And the truth is that a moth makes a cocoon. So the caterpillar that makes a cocoon will come out as a moth. And the caterpillar that makes a chrysalis comes out as a butterfly. And there's very few differences between a moth and a butterfly. And I'm not going to tell you about those now. But just so you know, this little caterpillar is said to make a cocoon, but we're going to just change that word and we're just going to say chrysalis so that you learn the scientific term for what a caterpillar that turns into a butterfly goes through. It goes through the chrysalis stage. Okay? So here we go. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. And oh boy, are they hungry. If we were in the classroom, you would be seeing how they eat and eat and eat all day long. This little caterpillar, he started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he was still hungry. This is the best. On Saturday, ooh, here comes the weekend. He ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake. Help me. 1 ice cream cone. 1 pickle. 1 slice of cheese. 1 slice of salami. 1 lollipop, 1 slice of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. Oh boy. He had a tummy ache that night. Not feeling so good. He overdid it. The next day was Sunday. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf. And after that, he felt much better. Back to his regular diet, huh? Oh boy. Now he wasn't hungry anymore. He wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. and you would have seen your big fat caterpillars too. Oh, they shed so many times in their little cups while they eat and eat and eat for a week. And here's the part where we can learn from Mr. Eric Carle's mistake. We often learn from other people's mistakes too, right? So he said he built a small house called a cocoon, but we're going to call it a chrysalis. And actually, the chrysalis always hangs from something. They attach their bodies to a leaf or a branch and dangle upside down, and then build that hard skin around them. That becomes where they do their chrysalis change, right? But the cocoon is usually on the ground or lying on top of something. Sometimes it's on the ground. Anyway, this little caterpillar, he built a chrysalis and he stayed in it for 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole and pushed his way out and became a beautiful butterfly.